Hi everybody, we're going to continue the week of reviews with our look at a Rolling Stones DVD box set called Four Flicks, which was released on November 11th, 2003, and it was released exclusively through Best Buy, and it was recorded and filmed during the Rolling Stones 2002 Licks tour. And what it is basically three shows in the documentary. The three shows were recorded, were the Rolling Stones live at Madison Square Garden, the Rolling Stones live at Twickenham Film Studio, or Twickenham Stadium in London, and the Rolling Stones live at the Olympia Theatre in Paris. And what's unique about this set is that each show, they had a different set list for each show. So no show was the same. The way they wanted to do part of this tour is they wanted to do a stadium show and an arena show and a club or theater show. And the Olympia Theater show is my favorite because it has a lot of deep tracks, and a lot of album tracks were performed. Like one of my favorite tracks from Tattoo You, a song called Worried About You, was performed, and they also had a special guest as at the Olympia show, Solomon Burke, and they did a version of Everybody Needs Somebody to Love, which was Solomon's big hit. And the DVD special features on the box set included interviews and a custom jukebox feature where you could basically arrange the show however you wanted to. And I think these DVDs were edited pretty extensively, because the New York show, which was filmed at Madison Square Garden, was broadcast on TV, and so I think on HBO, and so I think I think it was heavily edited for broadcast. And as a matter of fact, we will be taking a look at the full show from the 2002 from the full show from Madison Square Garden on Friday, which is actually the same show that was in the Four Flicks set, but it's the complete show. And as far as some of the songs from the MSG show, one of the songs that I was really surprised that they did was a song called, was a song I think from either Goten Soup or Only Rock and Roll, but I can't remember the name of it. But as far as the documentary on the Four Flicks, from the Four Flicks set goes, it is basically a documentary about the Licks tour, and has some footage, some rehearsal footage, and some footage of them, meeting with the set designers so they could design the stages. Because like I said, each show was different, and they had different stages. And one of the points that Mick Jagger talked about in the documentary regarding the Olympia show or the club or theater shows is that in the club or theater shows they could stretch out and do a lot of rarities, which I think is I think the reason why they did stuff like Dance with Mr. D and Worried About You is because they were doing a club or theater show and they could stretch out and do songs that they hadn't done in a while, or in some cases at all. Wow. The some of the audio tracks were used on the 2002 live release called Live Licks. I think the version of Angie from MSG is on there, and the version of Worried About You is on there as well. And they have a couple more tunes from the Olympia show. And so I hope you enjoy this.